Haha, hi. Before we do this 2024 predictions, right? Few things. I'm gonna be on my guy Battle Rap Resume's back. Tom is back, and he's grabbed me to go ahead and do a fucking breakdown of every UK battle rap league. Apparently, there's more than 50. So it's like one of these tier lists where we fucking, where does this go? Where does this go? And then we argue about it. Like Code Red will be at the bottom for booking for booking Tom. No, I'm joking. After that, a few days later, the UK Battle of the Year stream that'll happen. I don't know when it'll be released. I think it'll be a premiere. I know when I'm streaming it. It's not going to be live for everyone, I don't think, but it'll come out soon after. That's going to be a fun one. So yeah, man, just keep an eye out. I'm here. I'm visible. Let's talk 2024 predictions of the year.
One a day till 100K. Look, I've been with plenty women, still don't know how women think. Been through the good and bad, really through the thick and thin. Sometimes I'm questioning the world that they be living in. Their standards be a fantasy to fan their public image. If it's Twitter, 6 figures isn't rich now, huh? But IRL, they gave it up for a chipped out blunt. I'd rather stay in the house and leave the bitch out front. I won't fit into your criteria list, now what? See, she say she like to sniff and hit a dab. I think Shotty wildin'. She go from power to the gas like she in a hybrid. Say she doesn't do this often, guess she got some mileage. She say she into Libras, I said I'm into silence. Come with baggage, I ain't carrying your luggage, bitch. She get to lying and she come up with the dumbest shit. Starts talking about my truth, I'm making fun of it. The greatest thing about truth is, it's only one of it, Cole.
What's good, Cammygbr? Yeah, we are here. I don't know where that American accent came from. We are here. So, you see the title. I thought to myself, you know what? There's a lot of predicting and battles that I do. There's a lot of just the general battle rap shit. But I just thought, you know what? I want something that I can go back to at the end of the year, then laugh at how wrong I was. But it's just what I was thinking in the moment. So, 2024 predictions in battle rap. Now, how this will work, most likely, and as it gets a little bit more concerning, bit by bit. Just, you know. So, when I'm giving you these out, it is in order that I think. And if they do happen, maybe I'll get double points if I get the last one that's like pretty wild correct, okay? So, that being said, let's break it down. First prediction, this is a UK battle rap one. I think we'll get Sensa and Lunacy back. Now, I've seen Briggsy who put up a tweet saying he wants all these people back. We've got Sensa who is non-stop, well, not non-stop, that's maybe a bit too far, but is tweeting a lot about coming back to battle rap. And then he stopped tweeting about it. He was at Plug 4. I seen him at Plug 4. I think I maybe had a brief conversation just at what's up. But he was really wanting to come in, and he might have stopped tweeting about it because he might be involved. And now, Premier Battles have brought back Apex, and they'll have brought it back for a reason. Apex seems to be a big UK thing where most people return. Now, I know last time there was some internationals thrown in there, but I think the idea is, let's get all these people back. And they did like the idea of a UK main event. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think Sensa, because he was tweeting a lot about it and just stopped, sounds like he's got something booked. And if it's probably who I'm thinking, I think he'll have someone like Bobby Rex. Because Bobby Rex was reaching out, and then Bobby Rex has said, I've been booked for 2 battles. I have to. The math is mathing. The math is mathing right there. But Lunacy's a bit more difficult. Because who could you give Lunacy? Just went out to Battle Marv 1 and Battle the Bay last year, and it kind of did nothing. But he is in this battle rap crew that's just been made of like Shotty Horror, Briggsy, Tony D, Gemini, Quill. Like this, is Quill in it? Maybe. This whole rap album thing that they're going to do, couple of songs, they hop on each and bring it out for the people. He's in there, so he's definitely got Shorty Horror in his ear. Come back, come back, come back, come back. And if he does come back, I think it'll be Apex again. I think it'll get Shuffle T. I think you could push Shuffle T to be a bit of a giant killer, like at this point. Battle Shorty Horror. I'm not saying Harry Baker was that much of a giant, but that was a return that was big. And Shuffle T battled him. You have Lunar C and Shuffle T will battle him, because you know you're getting 3 good rounds from Shuffle T. And you've just got the other person to come back on form too. So I think it would be Lunar C. That's just a personal prediction. The likelihood's pretty high to me on that one. That's why it's the first one, and maybe most likely. I know there was on the tweet, it was like Big K, Geechee coming over. If they're on Plug 5, I am there. I think I'm going to be at Plug 5 anyway, but I am there. The predictions weren't always going to be positive. I think we can pretty much conclude that Rum versus Lux is going to be unknown, right? I think we can conclude that. I think that makes sense. But I need you to say this with me. Battle rap is a bitch. Say it with me. Battle rap is a bitch. I think that battle is going to be so underwhelming. I think it's going to be underwhelming. We're going to have this high standard that we know the both can be it, and it's not going to be it. I think it's going to be a very underwhelming battle. Now, like, why do I think this? I mean, you can look at Geechee Lux, JC versus Surf, Rum and Tay-Rock, Arsenal versus Mr. Fab, Mook and Reed Dollars, A-Verb versus Surf, Twerk and Geechee, Lux versus Arsenal, Surf and Lux. So, because there's so many battles that have become either underwhelming, surprise factor, not what we thought, not what we predicted, I'm saying the same now. I think this is just going to be... It will not be battle of the night. No way. No way. I don't know what battles are on the card. I don't have information like that. I just don't think it'll be battle of the night. I think it'll be fine. I just don't see it being... I think the energy will be great. But that's it. And then it'll... Again, another URL one. No Kings vs Queens event. Now, I can't tell you how often I'm just like, a Kings vs Queen event? Really? Because, no disrespect, Kings vs Queens events is probably the worst series that URL does. And I'm saying that in regards to battles that are watchable, battles that you go back and see, battles that are even have stakes in them. Because they seem to build up so amazingly, and it's like, oh, the big event. Then the battle happens, instantly forget about it. Almost instantly. Like, it's... I love the fact that the women get the shot at the big guys. I love that. But I don't know why. Just the energy of the event is... The stonks are so low with URL's Kings vs Queens. I don't think they'll do one this year. I don't think so. And I think it'd be beneficial if they don't. Just have big events, throw a woman versus guy battle in it. You know, spread that love out and have, yo, this is a Queen of the Ring battle, yo, and do that. Even Queen of the Ring is doing King of the Ring again. I bet most of you don't know King of the Ring. I bet you don't. King of the Ring was before Queen of the Ring, and then they stayed to Queen of the Ring when they had King of the Ring. Vague is bringing that back. This is no shot at the ladies. Just the one series needs to go, and just throw the men versus women battles in big events, in other events. You know, leave that series alone. Title matches. Now, the reason I put this one in regards to likelihood is because this is quite hard to predict, and I'm gonna stick with the 3 Premier battles. Don't Flop, King of the Dog, because they have the actual chains. I know iBattle's got the headband, but I don't want to disrespect iBattle and having it, because I need to go back in the app and check who's the scores, because I've actually not got the app and I've been meaning to. Right, let's start off with Premier battles. I think if Visual beats Maverick, Visual will get the title match. And it'll be like end of summer, October-ish. Because all three of these leagues do have a bit of a problem right now where there's not a clear title runner. There's not someone who, okay, this is the next guy to go. But you then have to consider who puts in the work, who puts in the effort, who's loyal to the brand, who's consistent, who's faced the big names, who's not fucked around, like who's not choked, who's tried to run a league, who's tried to be a part of Premier Battles. All visual. All visual. Now, Visual has faced the big dogs and he's put in work every battle. But I think that can't be denied. Every single battle, work is put in. If he beats Maverick. And I don't know if he'll beat Bizzo. I don't even know if he'll beat Maverick. He might not. Maverick's kind of timeless, but it's so hard to predict how Maverick's going to be because what do you go off of? You go off the real sick performance. And that's kind of it. There's an unknown factor with him. That's why it's quite exciting that my man's back. But Viz deserves it. And if you're considering, okay, Quill's just gone off the Don't Flop Championship, but maybe Quill, now he's no longer a Don't Flop champ, maybe he needs to do one or two more just to be in that conversation. You know, like, now that he's not the champion, oh, you want to be champion, do a couple battles. Like, I'm not, like, Frankie Frazier doesn't battle often enough to be involved, neither does Scoop. You know, I'm trying to think of other people that could go for it. Koji already went for it. Bobby already went for it. Jem is the Don't Flop champion. I mean, Shotty Horror versus Bizzo. That'd be a good battle, but I don't know if Shotty will go for it either. I think he'd rather keep that spot for a battle rapper that's more, he'll know, more consistent than he is. Yeah, I think you start naming off the big names and you find reasons why they can't, and then you end up the next big name, and we'll call Viz a big name, the next big name's him. Between him, maybe Rivers rerun at the title, maybe, but maybe Viz versus Rivers. I don't think that's happened yet. Has that happened? I don't think so. Maybe that could be a number one contender and see where they go from there. For Don't Flop, this one is really hard. Now I said before, I don't think Frankie battles consistently enough to be the Premier Battles champion, but I think off of longevity of being in Don't Flop for so long, I think there's a conversation there for Frankie to be a Don't Flop champion. Now, they've obviously battled Gemini and Frankie, and Gemini hadn't had a battle in Don't Flop in a long time and immediately got the title match versus Quill. Like, it was, didn't even need a battle. So that kind of tells me that if you have a prestige, you can come straight to it, because I guess to Don't Flop, like to Don't Flop was UK Battle Rap. So if you do good in UK Battle Rap, you could probably go for a title, which that makes sense. But you have to have like a big name in the scene for a long time to get that access. But like with Frankie, maybe I kind of joked around in my head having Pedro, like, because he's been there the whole time and he's put the work in. You know, you give him a shot, why not? But you know, now that Yunnan is no longer in Premier Battles, you could see a Yunnan trying again. I could see that, like a Yunnan versus Gemini Part 2 would be sick. That battle will probably be about 10 years old now, maybe like a 2024. Maybe could be 10 years, 9 years, something around about that time when they did battle. Like when Gemini was just on his run, beating everyone on whatever stage. And King of the Dot. I really wish Real Deal didn't vacate the title. I wish he didn't. Because he should, for how long? There's not been another title match. He should be able just to fuck off and do things. I don't know if it's the contract. I think that the old terms and conditions was that if you had like the King of the Dot chain, you'd be able to battle once a year. That wasn't with King of the Dot. Once a year. I think they said that about Head Ice. Said that about Sharon. I think Because it was also an angle from Sharon and Real Deal as well. So, because that would make this a lot easier, because if there was a champ, I think Bill Collector has to be in the conversation, but whether Bill Collector can Bill Collector go to Canada? I don't know. I'm not going to even question it. If Bill Collector goes to Canada, and who does he go against? Because you naturally want to say Bill Collector versus Pats. Oh, that already happened. Bill Collector versus Madflix. That already happened. Bill Collector versus Mac Myron. That already happened. All in one fucking tournament. All in one big ass fucking league. They all already happened. So when really trying to break down who you have, and I don't know if it's a mean pick, but I'm being deadly serious. I think it's Bill Collector versus Frack. Like, Bill Collector A-Awards already happened. That was in a Liberty Crack League years ago, the Philadelphia one. You know, like, if you were really breaking it down, because Frack's been consistent. He's not battled Bill Collector. He'll not take all the battles all the time. I know he can be quite particular on who he wants to battle, but he doesn't battle often enough that you need to keep him on a leash. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll not battle anyway. He'll keep himself away. So, like, to me, that makes sense to have him at least... he might only battle once a year, and you might only need to give him a title match, as long as there's enough prep time and all that. If anyone was to win that, earn that kind of other spot, let's say Bill Collector is the interim champion for winning the league, for winning all that, and Frack be the contender. That just makes sense. RBE Blue Room will lose steam. Now, I don't know what the fuck is going on in, like, Twitter space or whatever, right? Why does nobody want Big K versus Goods? Why does nobody want that? But that was like an ongoing narrative. I think it'd be a fucking great battle. I'll be honest. Like, the Goods from the Calico battle and Big K the year that he's had, yeah, fucking set that up. But is that maybe more of a conversation of not wanting that battle or not wanting the environment? Now, there's also conversations of Mook versus Hitman. Then after that, what else are we throwing into a Blue Room? Let's be honest. Like, there's only so long that a gimmick will last. It could last longer, it could last a few years. But there's something in me that goes, how long can you stretch the Blue Room out? Because 2023, everything was the Blue Room. Blue Room this, Blue Room that, biggest event of the year. And because of the Blue Room, it kicked URL's ass for the year. It really did. It kicked their ass. It said, bye-bye URL, this is our year. And they had the Max Out 3 was like the biggest event of the year. Like, no question. And that was a small room. So there's power in the Blue Room, but how long does that power last? You know, it's... But then, you know, you have regular events like Summer Madness and whatnot that have been so consistent over so many years that maybe it'll stick, but yeah, I think that the Blue Room might be on a ticking clock. But this is why it's so low, and the percentage of it's probably about 30%. Like, if it was to happen this year, I think there's a little clock on it. Might not end this year, but maybe end next year, possibly. Because it can only last for so long before you have to try and reinvent and do something exciting, you know. The last one now. I was pretty drunk on a shock. On a battle rap space. Shout out the Shannon Show. But right here we'll have the Twitter at there, and her and my man Dojo are kind of running Twitter spaces now, which is pretty fire, like, and especially from the UK side of things. So like, if you follow her or follow Dojo, I'll put them, one will be up here, one will be down there, the Twitter spaces, and they're going to be running more regular shows. I think it's called the Shannon Show, which poor Dojo, but fuck it. And I just threw it out there, and I wanted to gauge people's reaction. And it was something that I thought about before that I thought, ugh. So, brace yourselves. There is a lot of ladies in battle rap now that have OnlyFans accounts. Stop it. Stop it. Now, because a lot of these battle rap ladies have these OnlyFans accounts now, and they're raking in money every month, whatever, do what you do, queen, slay, whatever, right? How long does it take until OnlyFans is used as a pay-per-view link, or there is an ongoing battle rap league on OnlyFans? Think about that one for a second, because it's a VOD thing. Like, people pay. It's already constructed like the URL rap, I guess. Like, you pay your money and you know, like, it's just, how long does it take until something like that is used as a way of getting money in? And I don't know what the percentage is like. You know, you like Patreon and whatnot, and like, but someone would use an OnlyFans, like a Vixen, Coffee. So I don't mean to be fucking, I see it on my fucking Twitter feed all the time. I'm like, I can't open my Twitter on my fucking bus or anything like that if I'm going to the event, because it's just, oh, there's Vixen shaking her ass, oh, there's Coffee, well, what's that? Bonnie Godiva? Like, so they're raking money in. What's stopping them from trying to run an event? I'm being deadly serious, but the thought of this is like so low and just fucking throwing shit at a wall. It's a wild thought, right? But battle rap is nuts enough to do that, and imagine the media. Like, I could see the headlines about battle rap and like in a weird thing. They'll get on Breakfast Club and they'll talk about it and shit like that. I see that shit happening. It's really weird to talk about this, like, but in the weird world of battle rap, that could be something. So it's just a thought. It's the least likely to happen, but there's a part of it that goes, maybe. Right. That is the predictions for 2024. As I said, most likely to least likely, but there's a slither of a chance for the very bottom, and in big chance of this shit happening at the top. So just let me know what you think. Battle rap predictions in 2024. Hit us up. Cammygbr.
I feel just how you feel.